My name is Peterson, and I'm here at Studio 300A in the ICB. And I share a studio with my wife Leslie. And I'm a printmaker, and I work in graphite and charcoal, wet and dry, and I'm an architect here as well. So we have a lot of different things going on here at various times of the day. Printing press is rolling, AutoCAD is rolling, and we have live models here posing for us too. We have a drawing group that meets here on occasion, and the space that we've made for ourselves is kind of an extension of home. Wonderful place to come and be, and even just to sit and read. But we've always got something going on here that's a surprise to us all. Anyway, that's really all I have to say.
What about your work? How'd you get into this type of work?
Actually, it was mostly from Leslie. I began working with Xerox transfer monoprints with Leslie. And she has a press, which I don't know if you can see, is right behind me right here. It's an etching press. It's a half-sheet etching press. And I started playing around with it at her bidding, and have been running all kinds of different printing techniques over the last several years. And today I'm going to be doing an aquatint etching, sugar lift aquatint etching for the first time. So even though we have lots of guests coming through, I'm going to be wielding tubs of acid and sugar and ink and etching copper plates with it, so watch out.
Can you talk about like one of your art pieces, like how it came about and your process?
Sure. The ones behind me right now are the Xerox transfer, which is something I did a lot of last year, not so much this year, but we kind of mastered a whole technique of drawing out in the field somewhere. And most of our drawings we draw in pubs or in restaurants in the area. Right now we're doing a lot of still lives. It's kind of still lives that happen in restaurants and in bars. And working with wet charcoal. The charcoal is wetted with whatever it is that we're drinking. And just do a whole series of little sketches of still lives. Take those back to the studio and make a Xerox copy of them, and soak that Xerox copy with gum arabic, which acts as a resist for printer's ink. Roll printer's ink over this gum arabic soaked copy, and then wash it off. And all the places where there is no Xerox toner, the printer's ink washes off, and all the places where there's Xerox toner sticks. And so what you get is a pretty good, although slightly distorted version of the original drawing when you run it through the press afterward. So that's what these are, and they have a sort of Japanese woodblock feel to them, very different than the copper plate etchings that I'm doing right now, which are much more atmospheric and ethereal. These are real graphic, very punchy, and we've been playing around with multicolor prints by doing separations, by doing different types of Xeroxing for light tones and for dark tones, and then using different colored inks for the light tones and dark tones, and kind of going off on our own technique. I don't know that anyone else is doing it just the way that we do. Maybe there is, but we've kind of gone way off of what we've ever been able to read about in this process, and sort of found ourselves as educators in that whole process. My website has a lot of these on, and I get lots and lots of hits every day on Xerox transfer. So for some reason people are Googling Xerox transfer or gum arabic transfer monoprints and coming to our site and learning all the things that we've been able to articulate on our website about what it is that we're doing.